Well, I apologize. It's been a long time since our last video, but it's been a busy summer for us here on the farm, and really just didn't have time to video and edit things together. So it's now fall, and as we get into the winter and spring comes around again, we may have more time to do more videos. But I thought I'd give you a little tour of what happened on the farm this year. So I'll take you on a little tour of the farm here, and as we get ready for winter, to cover the farm in a blanket of snow so the ground can rest and we can take a little rest, so hence we have time to make videos again. All right, so this year we started off with the greenhouse and it did great. It grew all of our seedlings and more. We were able to sell some seedlings. This was one of our infrastructure projects for last year. This spring we added outdoor water. We also added our small Airbnb so people can do farm stays. And down over by the sugar house there, we added 3 campsites that people stay. So check us out on Hip Camp. It was really fun to have a lot of people staying here on the farm and seeing the farm and hanging out with us. So thanks for all the hip campers that stayed here this year, and we hope to see you back next year. And anybody else, come stay on the farm. So this year, our chicken house, which was a spring project, there's a video on it, also got put out here, and the chickens got to roam all summer long on this pasture right here. Every couple of weeks, Mikhail moved them around the pasture, and they got to really be out in the fresh grass all summer long. So they basically covered this whole area here. They're not in their summer home anymore. They couldn't survive that in the winter. Let's go in through the fence here. We'll check out what's going on inside here. Oh, don't touch the fence. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so you can see we got things cover cropped here for the winter. This was where our garlic was. It's now got some winter rye on it for the winter. Beds are already made. Chickens are outside in their winter home here. We'll show you that in a minute. But we got garlic started over here. This is we started mulching our garlic under leaves. Seems to work really well, and we have an abundant free supply of them. So this was our irrigation system this year. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but we now have these hydrants around the property, so we put that in this year. Asparagus did well. Got to cut that down still. We've been busy getting ready for winter here. We don't normally have the chickens out free ranging. They're usually in an electric fence, but because it's winter and they want to be out. Chick, chick, chick! Here they come. Chick, chick, chick! Chick, chick, chick! So they'll follow me around here, but they get to run around now. Otherwise, they're pretty destructive little critters and they'll wreck all the gardens. So here's another one of our hydrants. Still got some lettuce and stuff to dig up here. We were just harvesting this still, even though it's been cold out. Got some nice kale there. Still growing. Another one of our big gardens. This one here had corn in it this year, and as we've harvested the corn, we've cover crop this. So the middle does have cover crop, and it just hasn't grown as well as the other spots. So we got that. We're trying to save our irrigation system. We did drip tubing, but we're trying to reuse the drip tubing so we don't have to, buy new tubing every year and waste the plastic. It was really a struggle for me. How do you water gardens and keep the plastic to a minimum? But I think by reusing this over and over again, we can really save on water and put the water right where we want it and not water around. So I think it's okay. We're going to try and recycle it. We have a recycling program for our drip tubing that when it's ended its life, we'll recycle it in. So coming down through the orchard, actually had a really good apple year this year. Got to work on our pest management system a little bit more, but we'll get that for next year. We'll hit the hoop houses last. So we got these 2 garden beds. These beds are already all shaped and ready to go for next year. We got them covered with some tarps. So hopefully they'll be weed-free beds next year. And these will be the first ones we plant in. Again, there's one of our irrigation hydrants. So we can irrigate these ones easily right from here. All right, go through this fence here now. this gate open. Oh, can't leave it open. We got chickens out. They'll come out through here. So this was one of our projects this spring, was to dig an irrigation pond over here with our irrigation system. So we're using a 23 gallon per minute pump with an expansion tank, and we have 2 zones right now that we can pump out to. The nice thing about this is in the morning you come out, you turn the pump on, it pressurizes the whole system, and then whenever you want to water, you walk around and turn on one of the hydrants, and out comes your water. So another garden. We didn't quite get to putting this one to bed yet. It's got some cover crop in it, but didn't grow up quite too well. So this is our swale system we put in this year. We're trying to catch the rainwater that's coming down this hill, put some fruit and nut trees on it. Get that. Here's a cover cropped garden, some leeks. We just harvested those the other day. Some more trees. Here's some more cover crop. So again, getting the beds ready for next year, trying to prevent any runoff. There's one of our springs on the farm. This was a big garden this year. This had a lot of our squash and pumpkins. Still has some Brussels sprouts in it. But you can see we got this all cover cropped. We got something going on next year. I'll have a video about it. What I did was I dug the ends and wood chipped along the ends where my header tube will go for my irrigation. We'll have a video on that in the spring, but how that works. You can see we have 2 more hydrants up here. So, yeah. It's coming along. I think this is, in the past 3 years I've been doing this, this is the first fall where I feel like I'm ahead of the game for the spring. Usually I'm playing catch up, and I got these infrastructure projects to do in the spring or the fall, but this year was able to get out and really get these beds put to rest for the winter. Another big garden space here. We're expanding over here. We're expanding the garden, put another 100 by 80 garden in over here. I did till up that sod or busted up that sod with the disc harrow and cover crop that. I don't know what those cover crops doing in there right now, but it should sprout in the spring. It's got some growing in it, but it's going to need another hit. We'll also do a video next year when we move our fence on our deer fence here. This is a 3D fence that we've really had good luck with. Really keeps the deer out, but we'll do a video on that because we got to expand this. This fence is going to go around this garden, and hopefully, well, in the spring, we're also putting in a 100 apple orchard right here. So that's going to be we're not building any buildings this year, but we are putting in some more orchard space. So this will all be 100 different apple trees, cold hardy apple trees. Get a good view of what the farm looks like here. There's Burke Mountain in the distance. I think they're blowing snow today. So we'll head on down to the hoop houses here, see what's going on inside those. He's been put to bed also. We got these all dug up. This was cucumbers and stuff in here this year. Oh, it's warmer in here. You can see we got the beds ready for next season. Already sent off some soil samples. We got some things growing on. I think there's some arugula underneath here right now that we harvested, but we're getting ready for that. So there's hoop house 1. And we're past the period when plants have enough sunlight to grow. And here's hoop house number 2. So we got this kind of cover cropped, or not cover cropped, but covered with some tarps, kind of to protect the soil. But this one's just going to rest all year. So I think we got some kale overwintering here for next year. Some spinach growing over here. I don't know if it's growing up or not yet. Oh yeah, there's some spinach. There's a little bit of spinach right there. Popping up through. There'll be a whole bed of spinach here for next spring. All right. Let's go see what those chickens are up to. So we got the chickens in their winter home now here. So we got to pick up the rest of this electric fencing today, put that away, and then in the wintertime they basically will live in here inside this cage, and when it's snowy out we come out and we put some hay down for them, and they get to hang out in here and they'll come outside. So really they get this whole area to be in. But right now they've been out here pecking and scratching away. Bark, 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 bark. You say hello? All right. Oh, chicken over in the little greens over there. All right. Well, thanks for checking us out. Sorry we didn't get any videos out over the summer, but busy summer this year farming. And you might wonder where Mikhail is here, but he's off at Sterling College right now. So it's just, he'll hopefully edit this video. He does the video editing, so he'll be editing for me hopefully when he gets back on Thanksgiving break. But he's off Sterling College studying sustainable ag and forestry. So looking forward to having him back on the farm here for a little break here. But right now, he's gaining the knowledge. So thanks for watching. Click subscribe. Come hang out with us. We'll post more videos over the winter as we get things rolling here, and certainly in the spring once the farm starts waking back up from its winter nap. Oh, and see us for sugaring season. Can't forget that. That's the first step. All right. Hope you're all well.